like this before. You make me feel the way I ain't feel in a minute. I feel like I'm living when I'm looking at you, baby. Never felt like this before. You gave me butterflies in my tummy like you do. Just give me love and like I can only get from you.
Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Esme and no, get over here. Well, you don't listen. That's my son Andrew. I'm 15 and a mom. I'm gonna be 16 next month, in October. And this is my son Andrew. Andrew. Twerk it. Andrew. Anyways, like I was saying, so yeah, I'm Esmeralda Vega, but people call me Esme. And I hope you like and subscribe. I'm gonna talk to y'all about the story of how I found out I was pregnant. So, same old, like, how they say, miss your period, go check. Well, I thought I was unimpregnable. I didn't think I could have kids. Me being stupid. And I didn't use protection. And I missed my period. I found out I was what? I found out I was pregnant in 8th grade going to 9th, but it was already the end of the year for 8th grade. So I found out I was pregnant, and I told my baby daddy, and he was like he kind of already knew because I didn't start my period. My grandma knew, my mom knew because I didn't start my period, And I told my mom, she was all like, she texted my tia, she called my grandma, called my tia, and she was all like, is me fucking pregnant? Then when my stepdad got home from work, she told him I was like, Esme's pregnant. Then he started crying, and I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know if I should have an abortion or if I should have kept him. And of course, I kept him, but so it's basically like he was all saying like, if I keep Andrew, I'm just gonna go to school, come back home, and take care of the baby. And if I abort the baby, I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm just gonna come home. I'm gonna break up with my boyfriend. Like, he was saying all this stuff. So it's like basically he gave me no choice. Like, that's even be a teenager and just like, just be home, whatever. And you get over here. So he not gave me a choice. And then I was so scared to tell my dad. But I talked to my stepmom, and I was talking to her, and she was telling, like, she told me how she was, how she felt. And so whenever I went to her, like, to my dad's, I told her that I didn't want her to tell my dad. What? Oh shit. It's like an everyday thing in my house, all this yelling and everything. Oh my god. And I only have one kid. Those are not my kids. But like I was saying, and so I was so scared to tell my dad. She told my dad for me, and he was so mad. He was disappointed. He didn't want to talk to me. And then when he started talking to me, was when he found out I was having a boy. And it was like a coincidence. I don't know if it like he planned to talk to me, like if I was a boy, or I don't know. Like, it's just funny because he started talking to me again when it was a boy. And so I was all like, I was tripping about it. And he grew up, and then I went to high school pregnant. Like, it was so embarrassing. Like, people thought I was lying about my pregnancy because I didn't show until I was 7 months. I got big, but like, I sent you I'll just take a picture right now. I'll do a picture. I'll show you a picture after this video if y'all might watch it. But and I didn't look pregnant at all, and I thought I was gonna be the only one pregnant. But in my Cosmo class, I had a friend and she was pregnant too. And oh my god, I was so relieved because I was so scared. I thought I was the only one. And then we became so close. We found out we're both having boys. And then what is it? It's good because she's a part of this like story too. So whenever like it's like this is like my pregnancy and like, you know, my pregnancy and like the story of how it was. And what is it? When I found scratch it. Okay, and I found out she was having a boy, and then like, oh my god, we're like, they would do the same month but like different days. And was it, she had a dream and was like, you're gonna have your baby on the 8th. Oh my god. And I believed her and everything. I was like, oh, like, all right, like I'm gonna fucking have my son early. I was so excited. But you know, months go by and no, it wasn't me, it was her. She had her baby early. She dreamt her pregnancy and she thought it was me. And so I had Andrew on her due date. I was a week overdue on my pregnancy, right? Right, Andrew? Because you wanted to stay in longer, right? You wanted to stay in longer. Yes, you did. And so, you know, he came out, and, you know, everything was all, you know, everything was just like, you know, like, what the hell. I woke up in the middle of the night because I didn't go to school that whole week because it was already my due date, and I didn't want it to be like overdue, you know. So then I took like on the 25th I got my membrane strip. That's like, you know, like help with labor. And so here. And so I took time. Okay, so then I read something on the internet. It was like that morning she got her membrane strip, and then later that night, like, she had her baby. And I was like, oh my god. And I showed my mom. I was like, Mom, this could happen, you know, like what if this happens? She's like, maybe. And so that day, it was my second dose of Tylenol because I was cramping like ugly. Like, I was like, oh my god. And I didn't want to go to the hospital because I didn't want to be like, then send me home again, because they would send me home and be like, no, you're just like contracting because you have a urinary tract infection, or you're contracting because stress. Like, and I was like, oh my god, okay. And so I was so scared, like they're gonna be like, no. So I kept like getting Tylenol. And I told my mom, and I was like, Mom, can I get Tylenol? And then at 1 o'clock in the morning, she was like it was hurting really bad. Like, I woke up and it was hurting, and she was like, no, that's it, because I took 3 doses a day. She was like, no, that's it, Esme. And I was like in really pain. She was sleeping already, and it was like 2 minutes apart. And she was like, Esme, this is the thing, this is the deal. Like, oh my god, this is it. Go call your baby daddy. Go call Elijah, my baby daddy. Call him. And I was like, no, because what if they send me home from the hospital? She's like, they're not. And I was like, no, I want to make sure. And she was like, they're not. Let's go pick him up. And I was like, Mom, no, because I don't want them to send me home again. And so she was like, okay, Esme. So then we go to the hospital, and I was hurting bad. Like, I had really back pain. Like, it felt, and like back pain is like more like with your spine and the baby spine like colliding together, and just it hurt so bad. And I felt like that pain in the car. So I was like oh my god. And then once I went to the hospital, they checked me and it hurt, and I was like, oh my god. And I was 5 centimeters, and I was like, oh my god, like, I need this baby out of me already. And I was like, I was happy, but I was scared, and it was in so much pain. Like, and he was a big baby, and I was like, oh my god, like, I need this baby out of me. And then once they got me into, and it took like about 15 minutes to get me into a room. And so like once they got me into the room, I was like was it, I was like, where's the epidural? They're like, you have to sign some papers. And I was like, no, like, oh my God, I need, and I just signed it real quick, just signed the papers. And then I was like, I was being so mean. And what is it? I was like, can you hurry up with the epidural? Can you hurry up? Can you just hurry up? And I was like, what's taking so long? And then, what is it? And the one that did my epidural was so nice. It was like an older black woman. She was so nice. And I was like so scared I was gonna move and then get paralyzed from my spine and never walk again. So I was so scared with the epidural. And then once I got it, my body felt so numb. And then my legs were shaking because I was so cold. Like, I felt like it was so cold, but it's like my body reacting from the pain. And so later then, like, you know, and then mom was like, go call your big daddy. Then I was over here texting him. I was like, babe, I'm about to give labor. I was texting him all night. I mean, I called his grandma. I called his mom. I texted his sister. Yeah, that's about it. And then, what is it? Once Michael, his brother, finally answered and was like, okay, I'll go let them know. Hey, handsome. Come here. He was like, okay, I'll go let them know. And I was like, oh my God, what's taking so long? Once I was here, hey. Once I was 10 centimeters, him, his grandma, and his sister came in, and I was like, oh my God, like, what a relief, he's here. Then he was there, like, while I had to like start crowning, he was there, and he was like making some small stupid like things like damn, fuck, and everything. And I'm just like, oh my God. I was laughing because it was funny, but my mom was like, oh, you had to like concentrate. And then my mom's all like, push it real good. And I'm just like, oh my God. I mean, it was like fun with the people. I had my cousins over here laughing, like, you know, recording, laughing. And she recorded my whole labor. Come on. What's on your face? Oh, sorry, it's funny. She was like, she was recording it. And then at the end of the video, you know, and then at the end, everything came out. It came out the cone head because I was so scared of pushing. Like, push, it's okay if you poop. And I'm like, no, I don't want to poop. And it was hurting me. Like, I tore it a little bit. And then I got one stitch because I just tore it a little bit. And they're like, don't, like, push. Wait. It's okay. You're doing good. And so he loves being up. So then, like, what is there? Like, a push. And I'm like, no, oh my God, I don't want to poop. Because they felt like you needed to poop so bad. And I was like, no, I don't want to poop. Why? They're like, come on, push. And then I finally had him out. Then he came off the cone head. And then I guess the nurses pissed off my baby daddy's sister. Then Elijah got pissed off, and then he left. He left after I gave birth. He didn't even hold his son. He fucking left. I was fucking pissed. I was like, oh fuck no, well, are you not gonna be here for the baby and me? I'm like, fuck you, dude. You know what? I don't know. I was like, you're gonna be like your fucking dad and leave you. I was pissed. And he was like, alright, Esme, you want me to do that shit? And then we're all texting, talking shit to each other. And then he came the next day. And he saw the baby for a little bit. And then he didn't want to stay the night with me. He didn't want to stay the night. He wanted to go home, smoke some weed. Yeah, that's what kind of a baby daddy I have. He wanted to go home and go smoke, be with the boys, his friends, his homeboys. And I was in the hospital. And my mom stayed that one night. The next night, what? The next night she was like, Esme, I'm gonna leave you by yourself because, I got it. She was like, Esme, I'm gonna leave you by yourself because Israel, my stepdad, needs help. Here. She needs help with the kids, and like, you know, they're already missing me. And I was like, alright. And so I was so scared because I didn't know what to do. I was too tired. I didn't know if I was gonna like fall asleep on the baby. I was so scared. And what is it? They're like I told Elijah, no, I was like, come on, Elijah, come. You spend the day with me and the baby. And he was like, Brody, no, I don't want to spend the night. Don't spend the night. And we talked about this before I gave birth. We were talking about like, oh my God, like yeah, he was gonna spend the night with me. He's gonna be with me. And did it come true? No, it didn't. And I'm like now that I think about it, like it was so fucking messed up. Like I was hurt. I'll never forgive him for that. And I'm still with him, but I mean, he's here for Andrew. He really is. He comes almost every week. He comes. I still see him, but it's just how it was. Like I don't know. It affected me a lot because it's like, oh my God, like you weren't even there for your son when he was born. You didn't even hold him. And he was like, well, I held him the next day. And I'm like, it's different because like, oh my God, because it's your son. Like you should like hold him, like, and like it doesn't matter if the nurses piss you off. Like it shouldn't stop you from seeing, like, being with your son, like special moment, your thing you created. Oh, you already finished? Like the thing you created, it shouldn't stop you from. And I spent the night by myself in the hospital. And by the time he left, by the time I left, and then when I left the hospital, he had to sign some papers and was like, and the papers was like, you know, if he thinks, if he wants a DNA test. And I was like, I'm thinking in my head, I was like, this nigga better not say he wants a fucking DNA test. If he does, I'm gonna fucking break up with him and real quick, because like, what the fuck, this baby looks all like his daddy. And I was like, here, look, he shit over here. And I was like, he can't fucking like force him or like, you know, like want a DNA test. He said no, so I was like all happy about that shit. And then he signed the birth certificate, he signed everything. And look here. So he signed everything. And we went home. And I don't know. So since that day, then he's never spent the night with me. He just comes for like a couple hours, and then, but spending the night's not his fault. Like my parents won't let him spend the night until like, I don't know, but they just won't let him spend the night. So that's not him. So my mom and my stepdad, my dad. Well, but yeah, that was. I found out I was pregnant. My labors. Okay, how I found out I was pregnant. Okay, and then there was my pregnancy, like during my pregnancy, and then my labor story, all three. So hope you like and subscribe. And that's because all y'all kept asking me. Now if y'all watch this video, you can stop asking me like, how did I tell my mom, or like, you know, like, I don't know, or like, how was it, like, watch this video. But subscribe and like.